Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Strange Days, where we look at stories of unsolved and solved murders and disappearances throughout Canada. So if you have a case you'd like me to cover, please email me at strangedays0000@outlook.com. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my videos, and I'll be uploading a new video each week. Thanks and enjoy! The Unsolved Murders of Jane and Cathryn Johnson. Jane was a member of a well-known Alberta ranching family. Jane had met and married Sam Johnson and would later welcome their daughter Cathryn into the world. However, Sam and Jane would later separate. On September 3rd, 1996, 36-year-old Jane Johnson and her 8-year-old daughter Cathryn were murdered in their home in Turner Valley, Alberta, Canada. Neighbors noticed smoke coming from Jane and Cathryn's house and called the authorities. Once the fire was out, they had discovered 2 bodies. The bodies were identified as Jane and her daughter Cathryn. It had been determined that the fire was deliberately set in order to cover up the crime. An autopsy later determined that Jane had been stabbed to death. However, Cathryn's cause of death was not released. It was also determined that Jane was 5 months pregnant at the time of her death. Police believed that this was not a random act and that the suspect or suspects knew the victims. At the time of her death, Jane and her daughter infrequently stayed at their home, as Jane had a fiancé, Henry Breger. However, on the night of the murder, they had gone home as Cathryn was starting school the next day. The police have had several suspects, but there was insufficient evidence to go on. Jane's ex-husband and Cathryn's father, Sam Johnson, is not a suspect. However, James's fiancé, Henry, was a person of interest but has never been charged. Henry's lawyer had advised him not to take a lie detector test. However, he did submit a DNA sample. In 2011, investigators announced there was a person of interest that may be living in the British Columbia area. Investigators have spent thousands of hours interviewing witnesses and gathering evidence, as well as following up on tips. A reward of $50,000 was being offered for any information leading to the arrest of the person or persons responsible. An anonymous donor added $75,000, which makes the reward $125,000 now. To this day, no charges have been laid and the murders remain unsolved. If you have any information on this case, please contact your local police department or Crime Stoppers. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.